Memory is a very important mechanic in Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth. It can really limit the awesome Digimon that you can use in the early game to maybe having a single champion? Well, that isn't fun now, is it? Getting Memory Up and Memory Up DXs are incredibly important if you want to have Digimon on your team and stronger Digimon. These incredibly important items are found in 3 different ways: defeating a boss, completing cases for the detective agency, or found in chests littered around the maps. Each Memory Up will give you 5 memory, while each Memory Up DX will give you a whopping 10 memory. Just remember that when you get these items, go into your inventory and use them, or else they will do absolutely nothing but collect dust. Why aren't they used automatically? Well, ask Media Vision, I have no idea. So here are all 37 different places in the game you can find Memory Ups in order to reach the maximum of 255, well, for one playthrough. These locations are all the same in the original Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth and in the Complete Edition, as they are the same game. In the prologue in Chapter 1, you will not find any of them at all, but once you get into Chapter 2, you can already start to find some. You will find your very first Memory Up in your first boss battle against Mephisto and Growlmon. Being able to defeat your first champion will net you a Memory Up. Then, moving on into Chapter 3, you can start to get a couple here. The first one you will likely come across is in Kowloon Level 3 in a treasure chest. When you come to the 4-way intersection, head east. Go up the stairs towards the back and head almost all the way over to the east and slightly down south. There you will find a chest that contains a Memory Up. Once you get past the Lonely Man and get to the end of Kowloon Level 3, you will encounter a boss battle there. Defeat Devimon here, and you will be able to get a Memory Up for your troubles. Then, moving into Chapter 4. The first one you will find is in your first digital shift, which you will encounter more later on in the game. And you will find this one also in a chest. The chest is in the back of that first main floor there, where the floating sphere is that you have to do in order to get the ID card. Right next to that sphere to the west of it, you will find a chest containing a Memory Up. And then you'll find the first one that is a case reward in Chapter 4 for the Nightmare Eater quest, which you have to stop the boy working with a mysterious Digimon, stop their schemes, and you will be rewarded with a Memory Up. In Chapter 5, it's time to dive into the Avalon server. Here, at the very end, you will find a boss fight with a familiar face. Defeating this boss will give you 2 Memory Ups. 2 for the price of 1. What a great deal. Then, moving on into Chapter 6. You will find it in another digital shift, this time in Akihabara. After a while of going back and forth on this main part of the quest, you will find a boss, Wisemon. Defeat Wisemon here, and he will give you a Memory Up. Moving on into Chapter 7, you will find 2 here. The first will be found in Kowloon Level 4, which you can reach now, inside of a treasure chest. Once you go all the way into the back, you will find yet another one of many elevators that will let you come up and fight this Flamedramon. Defeat him, and you will find it not from defeating him, but in a chest directly behind him. And then to round out Chapter 7, you will be going into the Demon's Den and having a boss battle once again with the same familiar face that you've fought many times here, though he is much tougher now with a Mega. Defeating him will reward you with a Memory Up DX. In Chapter 8, you will come across yet another digital drip in Asakusa. This one's in a treasure chest that is in the second area. Just go into this second area, turn to the right immediately, and down that small path where there's many other chests, this one will be your one with the Memory Up. Moving on into Chapter 9, you'll unlock the La Micelle case, which you will take in order to help Yugo talking about Nokia and figuring out what to do with the rebels. Help that get to a little more of an understanding, and you will be rewarded with a Memory Up. Hey, if they're willing to give you Memory Ups, you do it. Whatever the case says. Moving on into Chapter 10, we are now into the Valhalla server. Here you will find a couple. First is in a treasure chest. If you go into the very third map, just go straight to the west. You will find it just sitting in a chest that's fairly easy to obtain on the outer ring. And then when you get all the way down to the bottom of the Valhalla server, you will come across Machinedramon, who you must fight in a boss battle. Survive his onslaught of powerful attacks, and you will be able to get a Memory Up DX. Again, one of the nicer ones that will give you 10 memory instead. If you are finding any of this guide helpful, make sure you hit that subscribe button and take a look at all my other guide videos, and let me know what other videos you're looking for down in the comments below. In Chapter 11, you will be going into the Nakano Underpass. It's in a treasure chest. Keep going all the way into the end until you can see the access point. Then go back southwest from that point. You will then enter the other area. There you will find a treasure chest containing your memory up. Chapter 12 is an incredibly short chapter, so it does not contain any memory ups that you can acquire. Chapter 13, however, continues to bring them back. You will get you'll be able to find a case here that is the Shinjuku Food Tour. It is a pretty nonsense case that is very easy to do. Just run around and find the places, and you will be able to be rewarded with a memory up. All the easier for memory, we'll take it. In Chapter 14, you will find one in the Makoto Yamashina's memory server. I'm trying not to go too deep into spoilers, so I won't explain much of what's going on there, but down at the bottom you'll find Ebamon. Fight him, and you'll be rewarded with a memory up if you can wrap your head around how bug works. Then, moving on to Chapter 15, there is a bunch of them that start to become unlocked now. If you go down into the Shibuya Digital Shift, which you have to do as part of the main quest, you will find a boss down there. Defeat Dynasmon, and you will be rewarded with a memory up from him. Then going over into the Ueno Digital Shift, which you will also have to do, you can find two here. First, there's one in a treasure chest that if you go into the western area, and then go into the southwest corner, you will find it there, just sitting in a treasure chest. And then going through and fighting a very scary boss, especially if you're doing Nuzlocke runs, because he can one-shot people, is Macho Leomon. Going into there, you defeating him, you will be rewarded with another memory up. And then there will be another case that you have to do, Yuko and Yugo. And this one is very heavily in spoilers about what's going on, but be able to help Yuko out with what's troubling her, and you will be rewarded with a memory up. And then finally, when you go down into the Shinjuku Digital Shift, after you've gotten the items from the other digital shifts and gone into this special case, you will be able to find a boss there. Worked alongside a repeat character if you played Redigitize Decode, and you will be able to be rewarded with a memory up DX. In Chapter 16, again, there is a lot. They give you a lot more memory as you go later on in the game. The first one you can find is on Kowloon level 5 in another treasure chest. Once you're going into the second area of Kowloon level 5, keep going along past a whole bunch of traps, and you will find it near the end of this area in a treasure chest. Just to be aware there's a trap right near it, so dodge that in order to get it. And then when you get to the end of Kowloon level 5, you will find another boss fight there with Craniumon. Be able to defeat Craniumon, and you will be rewarded with a memory up DX. And then you will come across the Ghost Cat Building main case. Go into this, help out the poor little kitty that you've discovered, find his true self and what this weird old man is doing, and oh Pete, I'm not crying, you're crying. Figure out what's going on there, and you will gain a memory up. And then there is a battle with a big bad dragon. Go fight Examon on top of the roof, and you will gain a memory up DX. Then moving into Chapter 17, there is finally one of these memory ups that is an optional case. Most of them are actually main cases, so a lot of these are hard to miss. This one is optional, and it's Dr. Datamon's medicine trial. Go through and help him test out all of the different medicines on the different Digimon that are around, and he will reward you with a memory up. Thank you, sir. Then, going into the Akihabara Digital Shift, you will run into someone that you've run into quite a bit at this point, Crusadermon. Defeat her here, and you will be rewarded with a memory up. Then, moving into Chapter 18, once again, hey look, who it is! It's our old friend, Crusadermon. Defeat her once again, and you will get a memory up DX this time. In Chapter 19, we have unlocked a whole lot of them that we can get at now. Going into the Tokyo Metropolitan Office on the 30th floor as you're going up, you will run into a boss battle with Dynasmon. Dynasmon here, and you will be rewarded with a memory of DX. Then, very close to Again, in a chest on the 30th floor, you will also find another memory up sitting right there, right taking. Now, this last one is a treasure chest that's in the middle of the building. This place is a notorious maze if you've ever played this game. So, when you are going up to the 36th floor, head all the way south and then slightly east to take this elevator. Take this elevator all the way up to the 39th floor, and there you will find a memory up. Then moving up to the roof of the Tokyo Metro office, there will be a pair of boss battles up here. The first one is with this humanoid eater that, again, would be spoilers to tell you more about it. Defeat this, and you will be rewarded with a memory up DX. And then very shortly after that, you'll be taken into another boss fight with Leopardmon. Defeat him, and usually at this point in the game I find him very easy, you shouldn't have a problem, and you should be rewarded with another memory up DX. But before you go through that portal, there is a whole bunch of other memory ups that you can also get as well now. If you go back to the office and pick up another optional case with Dr. Datamon's medicine complete, you will be able to go back and help him with the medicine again. This time with good results, but people are upset. It's a mess, but help him out and you will be rewarded with a memory up. Also is another case that is Rina Shinomiya's challenge. Go and challenge Rina because she just always is itching for a fight, and you will be rewarded for a memory up if you are able to defeat her. And then, there is another case that if you speak to Arata, he will ask you to go and patch up some things in the past that he wasn't able to get over then. Go in there and help him out, and he will reward you with a memory up for defeating his old nightmares. And finally, memory up number 37. The 37th location that you can find memory ups is another case reward. In order to unlock this, you have to find the demonic businessman that's just hanging out in the middle of Nakano Broadway. Once you find him, he will have you once again find a very familiar face and once again have to fight his exact same team that you beat 12 chapters ago, though slightly buffed, but still shouldn't give you too much of a trouble. Take care of all of that problem, and the case will reward you with another memory up. And that is how you get all 255 memory in a single playthrough of Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth and have all the wonderful megas and ultras that you want. I hope this guide has been helpful to you. And if you're looking for more guides, you may have noticed that all of the footage I was showing in the background had Rina fighting in it. This is a modded playthrough, so if you have this game on PC, here is a video talking about how you could be able to use the same mod manager I use in order to mod your game. Or, if you're also looking for all the memory ups from Hacker's Memory, I have another video for that as well, right over here.